Hello and welcome to another episode of Todd's in My Kitchen. I'm your host, Todd Thomas, and today we're on the road. We're at 9 Mile Garden for the Feast Face-Off competition sponsored by Missouri Pork Association and Feast Magazine. We've got 6 restaurants competing in pork. They're doing pork steaks, they're doing pulled pork, or ribs. Let's go check it out. Tommy, you're here at this Feast Face-Off barbecue competition, and looks like you've been eating a lot today.
Yes, I am. Very good barbecue.
What's been some of your favorite that you've had?
Of course, the beef. I like the meats too. I like the pork steak. And
All right, so of the pork steaks you have, what stands out as the best?
the seasoning and the beast.
All right, I'm here with David Sandusky, owner of Beast. You've got an Illinois and a Missouri location. You're here today. You're going to be doing ribs and pork steaks. Someone tells me you are the pork steak king.
That's what some people say. Yeah, we happen to do a pretty good job at pork steaks. You know, it's St. Louis original, St. Louis favorite. We all have our own stories here about how we do pork steaks in the backyard. And so it's an inspiring cut. It's something that's about our town, and it's something we all connect to. So pork steaks are really important to me, to my company, and to St. Louis.
Well, we're here at the competition today, and our photographer is going to get a shot. Tell us what he's doing here to these ribs.
Sure. So, you know, St. Louis is a grilling city. All right. So we typically like to grill and baste. We use a sauce. It's my sauce. It's a little thinner. It's very sweet, it's very vinegary, and what happens is, as we grill, or in this case, torch, because the grill's not present, what happens is the sauce actually dehydrates into the meat and becomes part of it, which is very different than what you would get in, let's say, Kansas City, where the sauce is thicker, and you pour it on and it's a little goopy, you know? This is a little thinner, and so it becomes part of it. You get this beautiful cherry mahogany color, caramelized sugars, charred fats, all of these developed flavors, and so it creates this new flavor profile for the ribs that you wouldn't have gotten if you just poured it on the table.
Hi everyone, I'm over here with Chris Schaefer. He's with Heavy Smoke Barbecue. He's the owner. Chris, talk about your store location, where you are, and what you guys do there.
Yeah, we're out in St. Peters, Missouri, just on the North Service Road between Cave Springs and Mid Rivers. We've been there about a year and a half. We had a food truck for about 3 years before that, and I've been doing competition barbecue for about 12 years.
Now, when you say you do competition barbecue, for those that don't know what that is, explain what that is.
So I travel all over the country. We compete in chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket. They take the combined score to win grand championships, essentially. I've cooked 45 comps last year. I've already cooked 20 this year. We're all over the country every weekend.
Now, you say that you're in competition, but your sign behind you says world champion. That means you've won some awards. Talk about that.
Yeah, so the KCBS Invitational World Championship, they only invite teams that have won a grand championship. We won it in 2019. We just won it again in 2021, so we're 2-time world champions.
I'm here with Sully, who is owner of 3 Bay Barbecue and Bakery. And Sully, where are you located at?
We are actually located at 141 in Clayton off of Woods Mill Road. We're attached to the West County Phillips gas station. We're a hybrid, so.
Speaking of hybrid, you've got barbecue and bakery. You don't see that a lot. How many barbecue competitions have you ever entered?
This is our first.
This is your first one. So what are you guys doing today?
We're doing pulled pork and pork steak.
What is it that you think makes your pulled pork or your pork steak a really good?
Well, we're a dry rub. So what we do is we take all the juices out and then we throw all that deliciousness right back into it, serve it to you. We ask you to try it first without barbecue sauce, and then you go from there. I'm now here with Alex Cupp, who's owner of Stellar Hog. Alex, what are you guys doing today?
We're doing ribs and we're doing pork steaks.
Okay, and talk about your ribs.
Our ribs are smoked for about 5 hours. We use fruit wood, cherry specifically here, and we glaze them with some honey. It's great.
Sounding good. When you use a fruit wood like cherry, what does that bring out in the ribs?
So it really leaves room for more of the pork flavor to shine. It's not a heavy smoke. It's amongst the lightest smokes that you can get. So we like the flavor of the pork to shine through too.
Talk about your pork sticks then as well.
Same thing. We use same wood, smoked it relatively light for barbecue, I guess. And it's St. Louis, so it's a little bit sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we don't just have meat here today. We also have some free cookies for you. I'm down here with the owner of Shorty Mixed Cookies. What's your name?
I'm Erica King.
Erica King, talk about what all you have here of your cookies that you brought.
So all of my cookies are shortbread, except for our Texas jalapeno lime, and they're all inspired flavors from places I've traveled to around the world.
And what's one of your highlights that you've been to around the world, and what's a great cookie to represent that?
Absolutely. So Morocco is one of our best sellers. I studied abroad there, rode camels in the desert. It was very fun. So it's a snickerdoodle cookie with a hint of mint and orange citrus.
What's your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay, looks like you're enjoying a rib there. What's been some of the best food you've had today?
I think the sneak is the bus in the back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Mann's Meats back there.
Mann's Meats.
What did you get from him?
So they've got a pork steak and a pulled pork, and they're smoking it right out of the back of the bus.
Right.
Yeah, it's really something.
Really good. What do you think of this whole thing today?
It's nice. It's beautiful weather. There's food, drink, music. Can't beat it.
You can't beat it, right?
Quintessential St. Louis.
I'm here with Bob and Holly Manicky, owner of Mann Meats, and let's talk to him a little bit. So how long have you guys been in business?
4 years.
Okay. And is it a food truck only, or do you have brick and mortar? What's your story?
Started with a food truck in 2018, turned into a restaurant in 19, and ever since then we've in the process now of building a second food truck. So 2 food trucks in a restaurant.
And what would you say is one of your specialties, or what do people like most about the Mann Meats?
I'd say the first thing I started with was the bratwurst we make from scratch. That's why our emblem is a bratwurst.
What makes it so special?
I make it from scratch, and it's like nothing else you ever had.
Holly, what do you like so much about the business and also now having a brick and mortar?
The support we get from the community is unbelievable.
Super Smokers has been here in St. Louis since 1996. The original location opened up down in Eureka, and it's been cooking Memphis-style barbecue in St. Louis ever since.
And you guys have won lots of awards over the years.
We've not as much as Chris over here at Heavy Smoke, but we all can't be as cool as him. But yeah, we've won a world championship down in Memphis and Bay, and with whole hog, we've done really well with our pork shoulders and ribs over the years. So yeah, we won a few.
And what are your samples that you guys are giving away today?
We've prepared the pulled pork just like we would at the restaurant, and then we got our pork steaks as well.
What makes your pork steaks different than others, or what makes them unique, if they even are?
Well, first of all, I made them, so that's what makes them unique. Way better than Sandusky down at Bistro. But we do it what I consider the true St. Louis style. So we grill them, and then we baste them in sauce, finish them on the grill, and then serve them. So they're nice and tender, yummy St. Louis pork steaks.
All right, I'm here with one of the judges today for our competition. What's your name?
Steve Wyman.
Steve, who are you with?
I'm with Kenrick's Meats and Catering.
We've all heard of Kenrick's Meats and Catering. So how long have you been with them?
I've been there my whole life. It's my family's company. So we just actually celebrated 76 years last year, so we're really proud to have been in business that long.
Congratulations. That is awesome. Now, when you're judging something like this, they're all doing pork steaks. Some are doing pulled pork. Some are doing ribs. What is it that you're looking for in the taste and the consistency of all the meats that you're going to be trying?
The first thing I look for is the appearance. I like that box to look really good. I like it to look nice. You eat with your eyes first. Next thing I probably look for is that taste. What when it hits my palate, what do I taste? And then the tenderness of the pork. Since we're doing pork only, so I like that tenderness. So I like it to be a little bit dense, but not too dense. So more so it soothes the palate, I guess, would be the best way to say it.
I've often wondered, whenever you're doing an event like this, we're going to be tasting lots of different meats. Does a contestant have better luck if you're trying their meat first, or does that have nothing to do with it?
It does not. It does not. I kind of know what I'm looking for, I guess. I've done it a few times, so I kind of know.
And this is Mike Allen, who's with Lucky Lola's. He's also a judge today. How many times have you been a judge before? Just a lot?
I've never been a judge.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so what are you excited to do then?
Well, I'm excited to taste the products and see what kind of variety we have out there and see if there's anything new kicking.
Now, what kind of background do you have that they can bring you in to judge something like this?
Well, I've been told that I've got a very discerning level of taste.
Okay.
So, and I've also produced a lot of products, and you always want to make your product the best. So,
what is Lucky Lola's?
Lucky Lola's sweet jalapeno heat is like a jalapeno jam. It's jalapeno pineapple. We started off with that product primarily, and then we incorporated it into other things like bratwurst and meat sticks.
And of the 3 meats today, the pulled pork, the ribs, and the pork sticks, what are you looking most forward to? What's your meat that's in the wheelhouse for you, Mike?
I would say I would probably go towards the pulled pork.
Okay.
And then it's going to be a flavor thing and a texture thing. And then just to see if anything's really going outside the box, a new flavor I haven't ever had.
Wow, what a great event this is. I'm telling you what, the barbecue is incredible. So that wraps up this episode. Make sure to tune in for another episode of Todd's in My Kitchen, coming out soon.